Rails here. I figured I'd show today a video I've been meaning to do for a few weeks now, but because of work and birthdays and life, I haven't been able to. So today we're going to discuss the Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range SD9s and ways you can customize them to make them just a little bit more prototypical. These, now keep in mind, these are old run proto lifelike SD9s, not proto Walthers. You can do the same thing for Walthers if you want, but these were easier to get. We're going to start here. This is a standard. Now, I'm not going to bother doing the chassis. I'll do the chassis in another video. It's like a 4-part video. This is an out-of-the-box Duluth Mesabi and Iron Range Arrowhead SD9. Has separate. Oh, here's let me get my knife. Has separate lift rings. Yeah, really basic air horn setup. Nothing too fancy. See-through. There you go. These are actually see-through vents, which are really nice. I like them. See that? And they move actually, which is really cool. It also has MU hoses, cut levers, the whole 9 yards. So, that is a stock one. Now, things that are wrong with this engine that I've noticed. Number one, wrong air horns. These will be removed. This isn't my shell, this is a buddy's, so I'm not touching this one. Now, Algaldi should be a Nathan K5LA right there, or right there. We'll get to that later. Also, these 4 little itty bitty fans and this piping detail that we see. These, I don't know a lot about the Mesabi, but I do know once these came to the Birmingham Southern, they did not have them. And when I even looked through the old Mesabi photos, they didn't have 4. They had 2 large 48-inch diameter EMD fans. Some of them have mixed match fans because of wrecks and repaints and repairs. So, that's where we're going to come into this one. And keep in mind, these are hard to find. These are easy. Those are hard. So, let's look at this one. This one is going to get repainted. This one has 2 correct fans. Now, the prototype we're going off of actually has 2 different size fans. So, this is actually prototypical right here. What you do is pretty easy. These, Derek, forgive me, I can pop them back in, I swear. These little guys just pop right out. Very easy. They're not even glued in. See? And then you take an X-Acto knife and you slice off the air tubing, the pipes, and you throw them away or keep them, because I've used a couple in my steel mill buildings. Now, these right here, I keep these parts because they can be used on other engines and projects of that nature, so I keep them. Then what we do is we take styrene. I used really thick styrene for this, just so I could work with it easier and be a little rougher with it. And I realized that the width of this is actually the same as where it needs to go. And this actually comes with the Smooth It kit. It's pretty cool. Free styrene with the Smooth It kit. It's pretty nice. Really thick. Nice. So, once we cut to the precise and very carefully sanding, went in and I glued from the bottom. I put a little top in the top, and then used some Norda Hobby Lobby Testers putty filler. Comes in this gray tube here, and I put a thick layer around the borders. And then once it dries, I sand it straight down to the plastic. even remove some of the original paint, but that's okay, because the top will get repainted. Well, this whole thing is going to get repainted, but we'll get to that in a sec. So, after that, found the fans. This is an Athearn RTR, that's a Details Associate. Glued them on, and it's good to go. And these little circles are actually from the pipe. Those are easy to fill in. Now, I recommend at least 24 hours for the putty to dry. Now let's discuss about just a simple modification. You don't want to change the paint, but you just want to patch and do it prototypical. You do the same thing again. This time I had to go a little bit heavier on the putty because of, for one thing, the Dremel tool that I used damaged the side, and I had to use putty to fill that in. And, you know, it just kind of turned into a mess, but I salvaged it. It'll get repainted because I found a paint to match this paint. So, I put a simple coat. I tried to test paint these using a DMI Art Brown, but it was too dark. So I went a different route with a boxcar red. I read on order. And then patched it for Birmingham Southern, added the BS logo, beacon light, ditch lights. About to change the arrow number on this, gotta find a way to do that. And I'm about to change out the air horns. But yeah, this is part one. We've got our engine ready to go here for paint. We're waiting on the paint to arrive. And from there, we will paint, weather, finish decaling it, and have it ready on the tracks. As for this fellow right here, it is going up to Chicago, to my buddy Derek's, and it's going to get painted in the Arrowhead paint scheme like this. And then the original Arrowhead, he wanted, so he got it. It's his. Chassis and all. And I swear, Derek, I will fix these. Sorry, dude. But yeah, that's the update video for this week. In the next, I don't know, day or so, I'll do another update on the layout itself because I've got some news about it. But until then, guys, have a nice day. McGuire Custom Trains, out.